Tonight, putting the spotlight on fire safety measures after more than a dozen house fires in Jacksonville just over the past week.
And 3 of those house fires have turned deadly. Mayor Deegan and Fire Chief Keith Powers walked around a Jacksonville neighborhood today, knocking on doors to educate people on fire safety.
And Drew Cosgray is live in that neighborhood tonight. Drew, what's their message tonight?
Mayor Deegan and JFRD, they gave out free smoke detectors today and gave tips on how to stay safe in the recent fires that we've seen so you can avoid that altogether. JFRD tells me in the past week there have been over a dozen house fires in Jacksonville. 3 of those ending in tragedy with 3 deaths. The most recent fire happened last night around 6:30 p.m. on the west side of Jacksonville on Knoll Drive North. 2 firefighters and homeowners were hospitalized with non-life-threatening conditions. Keith Blue, who has lived in the neighborhood for years, says this has become the new normal this time of year.
We have more fires, to me, during the holiday season.
JFRD tells First Coast News 6 of those house fires happened in just the last 48 hours, with 5 still under investigation. In one case, a non-working smoke detector was confirmed as a factor. That's why Mayor Deegan and JFRD Fire Chief Keith Powers hit the streets today, going door to door on Knoll Drive North for a community walk at noon.
Really, we're going to be walking around, talking to neighbors, making sure that they understand the things they need to be doing for fire safety.
We have went through a rash of tragedies in the last 3 or 4 days, and we're just out here trying to emphasize the importance of fire safety.
Deegan, Powers, and JFRD went house to house, knocking on doors, handing out free smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, making sure neighbors check the battery on their detectors and to keep an eye on their outlets to avoid a potential fire. Blue was involved in a house fire in 1988 during the holidays, and from experience gave insight on why he thinks this happens so often in Florida.
We're Floridians, and we're cold-natured people, so naturally around this time of year the temperature's changing, so we tend to want to burn heat, use heaters, and some people using gas stoves, kerosene heaters, and some people not properly educated on how to, to use them.
Building off what Deegan and Powers told neighbors, Blue agrees, leaving you with this advice to have a safe holiday.
Check equipment yearly, from season to season. Just don't use your heater, put it up, and then the next season come, you pull it out, you hadn't checked anything. So that's what I would advise.
Mayor Deegan says to get a free smoke detector, just call 630-CITY. And coming up at 5:30, Heather Crawford will be talking to the chief of JFRD on how to stay safe during this time. Reporting in Jacksonville, this is Drew Cosgray, First Coast News, on your side.